Hello everyone, it's just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between these two Shark steam mops. So the one on the left is the Steam Blaster. The one on the right is the Shark Steam Starter. Both of them take the same mop pads. I've got the scrubber on this one and the mop pickup on that one. They both have water tanks. You're going to put just water in here. You're not going to put any solution. They both have a power cord. The starter has an 18-foot long power cord. This one has a 19-foot long power cord. Now, the Steam Blaster has 3 modes you can put. You can put low, medium, and high. The starter doesn't have modes. It's going to produce steam whenever you push the handle in. That's when it makes steam. Over here, this one's not going to make steam until I kick it over center like this. There. When I bend it over center like this, then it starts making steam. I hear a water pump kick on. It's going to start making steam. Then when I store it, it stops making steam. This one stops making steam as long as this is not pushed. So it's spring loaded up. So as soon as whenever I want steam, I got to push this down. And then kind of what's going to happen is you're going to be, as you scrub, you're going to be pushing this and it's going to be making steam. You do have to hold it down for just a little bit to kind of get it started to make steam. It does make steam, and they both start making steam at about the same time. But again, no mode. Okay, I've got it plugged in. We're in high. Yep. I was in standby, so I got to go back to, there's high mode. I pressed the button 3 times and all 3 lights are lit. We got to wait just a little bit for it to start building up steam. Again, this is a chemical-free way of cleaning your floors. I'm going to pull the trigger. We're getting steam coming out. A little hard to see. I'll let it build up a little bit more steam. All right. You know, I found it helps if I lean it back farther, then it makes the steam a little bit better. And you got to hold the trigger for a little bit. Now the steam's really coming out, melting away. All right. All right. Again, I've got it on high. Let's look at wattage. The green one here, 1050 watts. This one is 1200 watts of power. Now the Steam Blaster has one more thing. Up here, it's got a trigger. So this trigger, when I pull it, it'll get a blast of steam come out this little port. This one doesn't have a steam blast. Just puts steam on the mop pad when I push this down. Now this one has steam that comes onto the mop pad whenever I kick it over center, and I got 3 modes, 3 levels of steam. Low, medium, and high. You know, this black one does make more steam than this one, but they both do a good job of making steam. I can tell there's a little bit more steam coming out of the black one. And I'll try to show you this. You can't pull this Steam Blaster for the entire length. You know, you can only get short bursts. So I would like for it to build up steam a little bit better. I wish that light was brighter. As long as you hear the pump kick on, that's how you know it's not in standby mode. The steam's a little bit hit or miss. I mean, it's easy to work, easy to glide. How much steam is it making? I'm not exactly sure. There. Sometimes you get really big burst of steam. I'm holding the trigger, so you can't hold the trigger indefinitely. That's probably my problem. It's just thinking you can hold it and just clean. You've got to let it build up steam. So pulling the trigger really degrades how much steam comes out the bottom, and it doesn't make steam very long coming out the front. So, but it's very easy to maneuver. Haven't used a whole lot of water yet, but now it's just continuously making steam coming out the bottom. So I just don't use these enough. I know they sell a whole bunch of them. It is a chemical-free way of cleaning. You wouldn't want to touch this. You would put your foot on it to take it off. But you can put it in your laundry. So they are reusable. And that one's meant for more scrubbing. So I do like my Shark products. It says this is new 2025. Again, I wish that display was a little bit brighter, but you're going to mainly hear the water pump kicking on. That's how you know you're not in standby. I think if you let it stand upright too long, it automatically goes into standby mode. But as soon as you plug it in, it starts to work, but it's not going to work until you bend it over. There must be a micro switch or something to tell it to start making steam, but as soon as you store it, it stops. I will be comparing this to some other floor cleaners. I want to start checking out these steam cleaners. Again, the Shark Steam Blaster. You just can't pull the trigger continuously, I guess. It runs out of steam. So, hope this video helps. If you could, please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I review hundreds of robots and vacuum cleaners, so you don't have to. I purchase these with my own money. That way I can give you my honest opinion. And there are some robots that I highly recommend, like the Mova P10 Pro. It's my 2025 absolute favorite robot. And on my website, you can find it as my #1. But also, when it goes on sale, sign up for my email. I send an email out when that robot or other robots that I highly recommend. I just sent an email out today. This was on sale for $300, and you can see it's one of my favorites. Here's what my website looks like. Here's where you can sign up for the email list. If you scroll down here, here's the current robots that are on sale. All you got to do is click on the button there. It's going to take you to Amazon. And here are my #1 through #12 picks. And I'm adding others as the price goes down. And I will be adding the Dreamy Matrix 10, the Mova, Mobius 60. I also review other products. So up here I do carpet cleaners. These are my best portable spot cleaners and upright cleaners. These are ones that I have tested and absolutely love. And you can find the video for these also. I even have some fun categories, gifts dads will love, gifts under 50. These are just items that I have myself that I use all the time. And for a while, I reviewed several coffee makers. So this is just a small list of the coffee makers that I reviewed, but these are some of the best ones. And when I was reviewing coffee makers, I branded my own coffee. Click on Buy My Coffee. It'll take you to my coffee website where you can purchase Just a Dad Simple Sip coffee in the K-Cup form, whole bean, or already ground. There's also a frequently asked questions. There's also a contact me. If you fill that out, if you got a question, I'll try to get to your email as soon as I can. And when the big Amazon deals come up, again, I take pictures. I show you exactly the robots that I approve of, and then I give you a link that's where you can purchase it. Again, if you click on this link, it's going to take you right to Amazon. If you end up purchasing the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. I want JustADadApproved.com to be your go-to place to find the products that I highly recommend and love, and I know you'll love also. And I'm going to start getting into more written reviews. I know I do a lot of video reviews, but I'm going to start transcribing those into written reviews that are kind of easy to read and followed by a link. Also on Just a Dad Approved, when we have the big sales, we got Black Friday coming up. I'm going to list all the sales and I'll have really quick access for you. So if you're just looking for the best robot to buy, go to JustADadApproved.com. There'll be a little spot you can click on and purchase the product. So thanks everybody. I absolutely love what I do and I couldn't do it without your support. I also have channel memberships. So we're having a lot of fun. I'm starting to do more live streams, and in those live streams, you can have a custom emoji. We're having fun with it, kind of spinning mop pads, roller mop pads. So check out my channel membership. It's also another way of helping support my channel. But during these question and answer periods, I'm going to try to schedule them on a regular basis, and you can just ask me any question you would like. Here's my YouTube channel. If you click on memberships, here's what the custom emojis look like. I only have 4 of them so far, but as we get more members, we can create more emojis, and I'll create an emoji to whatever everybody else decides. So thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like, subscribe, and check out my website, justadadapproved.com.